Peter, I'm more than ready to get going here.
He's having a pop! Oh, good spread. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oh, Yamal! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Such sharp play, and he's been looking so good this half, and yet he doesn't convert.
Pinches it off him, looking for options for movement. It's a pretty loose pass. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I think this fella, Alex Grimaldo, is about as attacking as a modern-day fullback can be. And the game has changed to really suit that for many a fullback in the modern game. Once upon a time, fullbacks would generally hold their position, but now they're given license to get forward and make crazy runs, even into the box, getting in centre-forwards positions at times.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Gently done. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's being urged to shoot, and he shoots! Goal! Spain! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Oyarzabal. And he cuts out the supply. Has a look up and drives it forward. Pau Kubasi makes the interception. Yamal. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Pedri. And here's Oyarzabal. Strokes it back. Pedri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just eases him off the ball.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rodri, that's a good ball out wide. Yamal here. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Lamine Yamal is offering a wry smile there.
Not the most accurate pass. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Nico Williams gets into a good position. Nico Williams is fouled. They're taking a moment to consider their options. That's got him rattled. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yamal receives. Decent chance! Nicely spread. And has made sure that's not getting through. Now it's Thuram. Looking for the run. Good ball over the top. Pedri, given the lift of his goal. Grimaldo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more.
He's having a shot! Oh, how good is he? About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
Well, looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
France restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Kubasi. And it's Llorente. It's Gavi. And here's Oyarzabal. Yamal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Thuram. Thuram finding himself in space. Now here's the delivery. Shapes to shoot! Spread it left.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Nico Williams. We are into overtime. And here's Mbappe. And it's Rabiot. Nicely weighted ball. And the referee has blown for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. France are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So it's back to business. Pedri. Rodri. And it's Pedri. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Saliba. Now he's off and running. Yamal. He's had it taken off him. And he's in, tries a shot! Superb goal!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose. Lamine Yamal really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Yamal. Pedri. Williams. And it's Gavi. And here's Nico Williams. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? That's tidy. Great defending, strong and determined. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Zaire Emery. Delivers with whip. And he gets rid in a hurry. Great chance! Oh, good finish! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's shifting through the gears here. Pedri. Dembele being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Pedri. It's Gavi. Llorente. Yamal. And it's Gavi. Now it's Oyarzabal. Great ball, and he's in here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Chance here to counter. Can he get it through? And it's been played through. Zaire Emery. Thuram. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. It's a good run down the right.
Spain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Grimaldo. Cross to the back post. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Nicely shaped ball. Eric Garcia gets over and intercepts. Grimaldo. Pedri. Nico Williams providing an outlet on that flank. Chance! Goal! Spain! And they're back in front. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 9. Numero 18.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive. France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Jeremy Pino. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Spread out to the left. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Rodri. Now it's Pedri. That looks a decent ball. He's on it, can he get away? Plays it in low. And he can thump it away. Do it. And that is as far as it goes. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. So we're very much on the way now. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now, can they get him away? Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I think Theo Hernandez is one of the most exciting.
Shot a goal! Wonderful goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Shot, surely! He's got away with one there.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for options for movement. Good read, needed to be. Grimaldo. Pedri.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Grimaldo makes the interception. Fabian Ruiz. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nico Williams. Oh, shooting chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
And it's Rabiot. Now it's Thuram. Zaire Emery. Fabian Ruiz. Grimaldo, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rodri. It's a really well-measured ball. Yamal finding himself in space. Yamal! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Mignon claims comfortably. France have the chance to go the other way. And that was nowhere near his best. Nicely shaped ball. He's in plenty of space here. He's onside. Plays it in low. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Grimaldo. Fabian Ruiz has created one goal already. Fabian Ruiz. He'll try from distance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Fabian Ruiz actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Rodri. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. And Yamal. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Grimaldo spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Koundé does well not to be outdone there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. France certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Plays it across.
That's good defensive concentration.
Llorente. And it's Grimaldo. Nico Williams. Now it's Oyarzabal. Spread out to the left.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Saliba getting this one clear. Corner number 2 then. That's a decent clearance. That is a brilliant interception. Nicely aimed pass.
Ci sarà un minuto di
And
recupero.
now they can spring out of defence. So, a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. France unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Rabiot. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. Rabiot! Oh my word, that is quite something! A finish of true class! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
France have their lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's good vision. Raya clears. Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Spread it left. Nico Williams gets into a good position.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
80.113 spettatori.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Done delicately. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Aims beyond the defence. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's having a shot! Fabian Ruiz. Nico Williams. Now Fabian Ruiz. Nico Williams. And it's Ruiz. And it's Rodri. And Grimaldo. That is lovely. Thinks about the shot.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's made its way to him.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Llorente. Pedri. Llorente has the space to scheme. And a chance! It's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So again, we have parity.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 9, numero 14, numero 18, numero 8. Lasciano il campo per il numero 24, il numero 11, il numero 13, il numero 6. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And they've got a throw. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Nico Williams. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. And it's Pedri. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
And here's Dembele. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's played it in. Great chance! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has has to be it! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith. And the shot! And the referee brings it to a close. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans, everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. Oh, good climb! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oyarzabal is offering a wry smile there.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been cleared. France are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this fella, Upamecano, Peter, is well versed in the art of gegenpressing and quick counters, having been brought through a system that excels in both disciplines. If he's able to combine this with his passing, then you could look to him to trigger an awful lot of counter-attacks.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Rodri. Grimaldo. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Doué. Can he get on the end of this? Doué is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And a chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Oyarzabal. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Oyarzabal. And it's Grimaldo. Looking for options for movement. He's had a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that has not gone well. Oyarzabal receives it in a good position here.
Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That has ended up in no man's land. Zaire Emery. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that's too far for anyone. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Driving forward, Mikel Oyarzabal, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mbappe, shot at goal! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! France! And France are in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
France have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with...
Oh, what has happened here? Rabiot. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Yamal. And it's Rodri. Threads one in. Fabian Ruiz really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Now here's the delivery.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
What's going wide left? Williams. He's got away. Williams! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Good ball, good take. Pedri. Shifted it to the flank. And it's Pedri. No way he was going to let him past. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rabiot. Great vision. And he welcomes it in. And the referee has blown for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. France leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 20. Viene sostituito
Gets us
con
going once more.
numero 7.
France leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And here's Oyarzabal. He's cut it out, and that's gone route one. France different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Zaire Emery goes back to front. Grimaldo, and it's Ruiz. Here's Rodri. Knocks it out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that's well seen too. Now it's Dembele.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to pass it through. Mbappe. Now it's Zaire Emery. It's a sweeping cross. And he's there to belt it away. Zaire Emery. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Now that looks a decent ball. Caught offside that time. Thuram. Still just a single goal between the sides. Thuram gets into a good position. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Pedri. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
It's a searching pass. Llorente. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nico Williams does really well to win the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. He's found a way through. Koundé clears. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Looking for the run. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That's going wide left. Aims beyond the defence. Dembele picks it up out wide. Under an awful lot of pressure. Just about up to 75 minutes. Nico Williams. Grimaldo. Oh, it's Dembele. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pedri. Oh, good-looking ball. Thinks about the shot. Hernandez tries to clear. Oh, yeah. Can he finish? Oh, how's that for a goal? That is a gem! An absolute gem! Spain are all square. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 10. Numero
So
9.
changes afoot here and from both sides.
Numero 18.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Il numero
Spain
24.
really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Olise's cross. Olise is flagged offside.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Saliba wins the duel this time. And it's Conte. He's found space here. Williams. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that looks a cracking ball. He is through here. And that's been drilled in. Llorente gets it clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Pedri. Cucurella. And it's Pedri. Merino. This is a promising build-up. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great defending, strong and determined. And there's his chance to lead the counter. 2 minutes to be added on. Nice control. Pedri. And we're done. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Oh, crossbar! No, just not quite.
Well, was he a little smarter then, Peter, than he needed to be? I'm not sure he needed to cut it as fine as he did. He had enough of the goal to aim at.
Played into space. And the shot! Has another goal! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That's a lovely, neat pass. Pass somewhat off target. He steps in, and that's the end of that. He can run onto that. And that has been knocked clear. Nico Williams. He's found a way past. And here's Oyarzabal.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Zaire Emery. And the shot! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. Fabian Ruiz. Threads one in. Hernandez. Quality ball. Now he's off and running. Pedri. Here's Oyarzabal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram. Now then, the ball's come loose. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Oyarzabal.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That'll be a throw-in. Rodri. And it's Pedri. Now Fabian Ruiz. It's a good spell of possession, this. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Ruiz. That's good running with the ball. Ah, that's a fine interception. And he's quick to get rid. That has not gone well. Dembele going after that. Fabian Ruiz. Rabiot. Aims beyond the defence. Rabiot. And it's been played through. Thuram. Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Pedri. Looking for a... He's had a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Llorente. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Oyarzabal. Now it's Yamal. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Pedri. And here's Yamal. Fabian Ruiz.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Chouameni. Upamecano. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Looking for the run. Koundé clears without hesitation. Pedri. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Rabiot. Dembele. Mbappe! And he's following up! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And that is indeed the final act. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
France absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. France marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break. The second period is underway. Rodri. And here's Oyarzabal. He's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. He's gone for it! Oh, it's hit the post! On the ball's... Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Hernandez can get it clear. Upamecano. Dembele chasing after it. Well, that pass isn't the best. Fabian Ruiz. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now it's Oyarzabal. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Grimaldo. He's having a pop! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Rabiot with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Now it's Williams. Oh, super find. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So he's plotting something before playing it in. And that's off target.
Grimaldo must have known only his very best would even have a chance from that angle. It was very acute.
And he's had it nicked away. Probing pass. Spread neatly. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Nico Williams has it out wide and in space. It's their second corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass is just off target. And he's only too happy to take that back. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 8.
So we have movement on both
18.
benches.
Numero 9. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13. Il numero 11.
Always going
il
over the
numero
top.
22.
Grimaldo
Attenzione al
has
cambio.
totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Oh, what has happened here? Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Nico Williams. Pedri. Dembele being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
France perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Pedri. Good pressure, determined, intense. Rodri. Can he get it through? He's had it taken off him. Rabiot running with intent. That is good strength. Just eases him off the ball. Conte. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Might want to be careful there.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away. Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Oh, that was breathtaking. He'll never hit another as well in his whole career.
Spain may be down, but not out just yet. Grimaldo. Now it's Williams. And it's Ruiz. Here's Rodri. Rabiot.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now, can they get him away? Time added on 4 minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Conte. And here's Mateta. Olise. Lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Eric Garcia with the clearance. Now it's Williams. Oh, that's fabulous. He is just caressing the ball. And he shoots! And he's stuck it away. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was good, a terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive moment. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
France really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.